for Thunder Basketball.
Good stuff, yeah.
KD turns, drives quickly, score! Jackson, wow! What a play!
Let's have a good time. I got the good stuff.
All season long, Fox Sports Oklahoma is your source for Thunder Basketball.
I got the good stuff, yeah.
It's a Texas tradition like no other, and Fox Sports Houston covers all the angles of a rivalry that spans over 100 years. The State Farm Lone Star Showdown Preview Show, tonight at 6:30 on Fox Sports Houston. It's a big night in the Big Easy, Saturday, June 2nd at the Palladium Ballroom in Dallas, benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters. Join us for live Zydeco music, a gourmet Louisiana buffet, and much more. Presented by Cool River Cafe. For tickets and info, visit bbbstx.org. Get ready for one of the biggest rivalries in sports. Fox Sports Southwest brings you the AT&T Red River Showdown Preview. Oklahoma, Texas. It's one of college football's most eagerly anticipated games of the year as thousands of fans once again make their journey to the Cotton Bowl. And before Burnt Orange collides with Crimson Red, we'll be sure to get you ready for game time with exclusive coverage. Watch the AT&T Red River Showdown Preview today at 4 on Fox Sports Southwest.
The Cotton Bowl Classic has seen its share of exciting wide receivers through the years. Notre Dame Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown, USC's Keyshawn Johnson, Kansas State's Kevin Lockett, and Ole Miss's Dexter McCluster. And this year, Western Michigan visits the Cotton Bowl with a star of its own who's playing in his final game as a Bronco. Corey Davis is the FBS all-time leader in career receiving yards with 5,123. The 6'3" wideout was named the 2016 MAC Offensive Player of the Year with 91 catches for 1,427 yards this season. And his 18 touchdowns is the most by any FBF receiver in the nation.
So caught! Touchdown, Western Michigan! Corey Davis does it again!
Not to mention, he saved one of his best games for the MAC championship on December 3rd against Ohio. 8 catches for 144 and this 70-yard score in the second quarter.
Pass on the slant to Corey Davis. There goes the future first-round pick for a score.
In 2013, Davis was the MAC Freshman of the Year when the Broncos went just 1-11. 3 years later, he helped lead his squad to an undefeated 12-0 mark and a berth in the 81st annual Cotton Bowl Classic.
And the Broncos in the victory formation as they're about to capture the MAC West Division title for the first time since 2000. And Western Michigan has completed an undefeated season.
Davis joins Randy Moss and former Bronco Greg Jennings as the only receivers in the last 20 years to win MAC Offensive Player of the Year honors.
I do enjoy being in that moment. That's what you play the game for. That's what you live for, to get in one of those spots where they're kind of, your team's leaning on you or counting on you and you can come through. It's a great feeling, especially on a great team like this.
He grew up in the tiny town of Amory, Mississippi. Played college baseball at SEC Power Mississippi State, then made the migration west to Arlington. Something that 2 other legendary Bulldogs/Rangers did. The question is, where is he on the pecking order?
I don't know. There's a few of them in there. Seems like they're all first basemen too, but I don't know. It's kind of funny how it's funneled through here like that. The Rangers gave me my opportunity, and I've been with them my whole career, and I've loved every minute of it. And I can't thank them and the fans and the city enough.
Over 400 Texas cities are bigger than the one Mitch is from.
Everything we do is small town, like the way we go about stuff. That's probably the reason I'm not into the social media and all that stuff. it doesn't interest me. I like being outside in the woods or, you know, on the water or something. That's kind of me. It's been a little bit of a change for me going to all these bigger cities and stuff, but you know, that's still home for me.
His hometown may have shaped him, but 2 World Series appearances drive him. The Rangers are on pace for having the first team in 13 years to have 6 different guys hit 25 home runs and 7 to hit 20. A healthy Mitch will hit a career high in home runs this season.
I've never been the prospect that has the unbelievable, you know, skill set or whatever, so I've kind of got to make the most of what I've got.
The one constant flag bearer at first base since Rafael Palmeiro and Mark Teixeira has been Mitch Moreland. He's taken on all challengers: Chris Davis, Justin Smoke, Prince, a young Joey Gallo, and even Jerkson Profar. But through it all, he's been a pro's pro.
Mitch and I go back to my first year when I got back into baseball in '09. He didn't have any competition back then. You knew he was destined to become a big leaguer.
Well, I think he's a pretty resilient, gritty guy that has never had anything handed to him, and he's had to fight for everything. So he knows what that feels like, and so he's a blue-collar worker that loves to come to the ballpark and play the game of baseball. So I don't think he gets too caught up into the whole internal competitive side of it. He wants an opportunity, a chance, and look, he's ran with it this year.
My goal is to continue to work hard, you know, come in every day, work hard, and really not pay attention to everything on the outside. And that's kind of been my mindset, the way I've looked at it the whole time. The only thing I can control is me. I was always, you know, really close to those guys and buddies with those guys. So, you know, that's the way I went about it. We're in here every day together, and this is a family, you know, this is a brotherhood. So, you know, that's the way I always looked at it.
Prince Fielder moved to DH to make room for Moreland to be the everyday first baseman. No one was hit harder by Fielder's retirement news than Mitch.
Yeah, absolutely. I just texted him a while ago, matter of fact, to see how he was doing. But, you know, he was a big part of this team. You know, good buddy of mine, and he's a great teammate, good leader, and, you know, had such a successful career. You hate to see it end prematurely. Just want him to know that we're behind him and you know, always there for him, you know, still. So, you know, miss him a little bit. I'm sure we'll see him next couple of weeks.
So many highlights in his illustrious Rangers career. Grand slams, walk-off home runs, several multi-homer games, first Ranger to hit a homer in a World Series, and the first pinch hitter to reach McCovey Cove in San Francisco. That's 428 whopping feet. But it's his defense that makes him an unsung hero.
One of our team's greatest strengths is our defense, and I think the first baseman is always the root of that because he's the one, you know, finishing the play on every time, and you know, he makes it look so easy. He doesn't get enough credit for it.
I think he's as good a defensive first baseman as there is. He's confident, he can throw, he can make all the plays. He's great at bailing out the defender, and as a former defender that threw a lot of balls in the dirt, it's really valuable to have a guy over there that can pick it.
We come to play every day. You know, we've had a blast so far this year and really put ourselves in a good spot. But you know, you can just see it with all the one-run games, the come from behind wins, everybody leaning on each other to get the job done. And, that's what a championship team's all about.
Rick Renner for Rangers Insight.